in 2019, there have been over 7,000 gun incidents in America, with around 2,000 of those resulting in deaths. How can we fix this? My name is Cody Pausch, and today we're talking about the topic of gun control. What laws are in effect? How are they working right now? And how can we stop gun violence? Gun violence has been a topic in politics and in America in general for years since the Columbine shooting. But a lot of people want stricter gun laws. And there's also some people who want no guns on the street at all. But will those stricter gun laws actually work? You see, when our Constitution was written, the writers of the Constitution, they wrote up the Second Amendment. The Second Amendment says they have the right to bear arms, and a little phrase in there says against a tyrannical government. So to sum that up, it means that if the government tries to go tyrannical and wants to take its stuff, you're allowed to protect yourself, basically, and you protect your family from any outside threat. So, some laws in effect in the federal level is that you have to be 18 to buy a rifle, you have to be 21 to buy a handgun. You cannot be a felon, and you have to complete a psychological exam. The purpose behind this is that they don't want guns to be in the hands of irresponsible youth. They also don't want the guns in the hands of dangerous felons, people who have committed murders, any kind of felony. They don't want that felon to be in possession of a gun. They also want you to take the psychological exam. And the reason for that is they don't want people mentally ill to go get a gun, because in the history of different mass shootings, the suspect has had a history of mental illness, so they try to do that exams to make sure to know who they're selling to. You gotta go through background checks and all sorts of stuff. Now in the state of Minnesota, you are not required to register your gun to guns, and you're not required to have a license to buy a gun, which means that guns in Minnesota are more accessible to the average civilian. Now, if we take those laws from Minnesota that I just said about the non-registering and stuff, and you go to California and compare those two, you'd see that California does have stricter gun laws. In California, you have to have a permit to buy a gun, and you have to register your firearm. The permit to buy a gun means that guns are not accessible. Because in Minnesota, you just have to pay for the gun and the background check and the psychological exam. In California, you gotta pay for the license, you gotta pay for the gun, the background check, psychological. You gotta go all through this entire huge process in California, which makes guns not as accessible. So, according to gunarchives.org, there's a map on their website. It's the map of gun incidents in America dating from January 1st, 2019 to February 26, 2019. So far, gun incidents in Minnesota. There have only been 13 gun incidents in Minnesota, with 1 or 2 resulting in death. While in California, there have been over 30. California, where there's stricter gun laws, there have been at least around 30 incidents. Stricter gun laws have led to more gun incidents, according to statistics. Again, the statistics brought by gunarchive.org, which is updated daily. So how do we fix this? In my opinion, we should give gun owners more freedom, more accessibility to guns, because when you have guns in the good guy's hand, the bad guy is less likely to break in and shoot and commit a violent crime. And a lot of people say that there should be no guns because of all the criminals. My thoughts on that, my closing thoughts on that, is why would you want to punish the good guys? The good guys with the guns that know what to do and do not commit a crime. But by taking their guns away, if it's just one or two bad apples that are committing all the crimes. Thank you.